What's up, you guys? I'll be here. Yeah, it's been a minute, actually. I think it's been about close to a few weeks or so. And for that, I am truly sorry about that. I guess I guess the best way I can describe it is that I've just been trying to get a lot of stuff together, trying to get my, I guess you can say, shit in order, doing some New Year's resolutions, thinking about some new things, maybe for this channel or just in general. But essentially, I've just been trying to get myself a little bit more together, as opposed to last year, new you, new year, new you, new year, new me, or something like that. But for this one, I guess I just wanted to talk about some things that I have missed. I haven't really missed them per se. I kind of had a feeling a lot of this was going to happen, and I knew like this exact scenario would all take place. So I guess I can just give my initial thoughts about all this. So essentially, yeah, after Justice League's big bomb, Warner Brothers decided that they wanted to shake things up, not only with DC, but also with their entire company altogether. And in doing this shakeup, it involved a lot of them having to, you know, admit some things, had to pretty much give up some things, had to admit defeat to a lot of things, and essentially it's them trying to wipe the slate clean from what they had before and instead build themselves up for, a better tomorrow. So in doing this, part of this DC shakeup was the involvement of having to replace Kenji Fujimura, I think his name was, and replace him with a new director, Walter Hamada. Oh, no, Walter Hamada, to oversee the DC production studios. Okay, so let me reiterate this. So essentially, what Warner Brothers did was that they replaced Kenji Fujihara, who was looking over the DC stuff along with Warner Brothers, and instead tapped into Walter Hamada to oversee the DC film production. Now, Walter Hamada was in charge of other movies like the Conjuring series and the hit reboot It. So already I think this is a good idea because, it's better to have, someone who actually knows how to oversee a film of, epic proportions as opposed to just both DC films and regular films that they're doing. Another thing that happened is that Warner Brothers also got a new boss to overlook everything, and he says, I forgot his name actually, but essentially this new boss is now thinking. Okay, I think his name is Jeff Jeff Weeks or something. I don't know. I don't know the exact name, but essentially, this guy was talking about not only with the DC slate and also Warner Brothers in general, but he was also discussing things about the future of the DC cinematic universe and also their other movies. And one of the more interesting things that he had to say was, and I quote, well, not and I quote, but one of the more interesting things that he had to say was that he has decided that, the DC cinematic universe should essentially stop trying to copy what Disney and Marvel are doing. What this means is that he's basically saying that it's time that, Warner Brothers stops trying to copy what, what Marvel's doing. And by doing so, their goal is to basically say that, the way that they've been doing things, the way that they've been building their cinematic universe, everything that they've been kind of working towards, it's not working. It's just not working at all. And they just finally admitted that it was time to just, suck it up and admit defeat. Which I don't think is what's really happening here. It's not like they're saying, oh, we give up, we don't want to do this anymore. But they're essentially accepting the fact that they cannot keep copying Marvel. They can't copy the way Marvel does things, because the DC Cinematic Universe and the Marvel Cinematic Universe are two very different universes that are essentially two different things. You can't use the same things that you did with Marvel and think it would apply to DC all the same. In which, essentially, I mean, personally, I think you could. I think you can use Marvel's formula to benefit you. It's just that Warner Brothers didn't do it right. Warner Brothers essentially just didn't do their cinematic universe right, and there's no real amount of, we can't use this style because it's not going to fit for us. Yeah, it is. It would fit for you if you just did it right, but you didn't. You didn't do it right at all. You essentially you completely messed it up. Okay, I think I got his name. Toby Emmerich. Yeah, Toby Emmerich is the new person in charge of Warner Brothers, I think. But essentially, yeah, you could have used the same things that Marvel was doing, but it's just that they didn't do it right. And that's why, the DC Cinematic Universe has suffered so much as it has. So, personally, I think the next best thing I think it's good that they finally admitted defeat, and they finally admitted they can't do what Disney's done. Because Disney's just too far ahead. Disney's too far ahead of the curve, and there's no way that they'll be able to catch up that easily. So I think this is a rather good idea that they just decided, you know what, let's just admit ourselves that we lost this. Let's admit it. But now, I think what Warner Brothers is planning to do now about this. I think what Warner Brothers is planning to do now about this is that they're essentially going to rebuild themselves, to kind of refurbish themselves and make themselves out as a better company. What this could probably mean, and this is just speculation, but I'm pretty sure this is going to probably be the end of the DC Cinematic Universe, in the sense that it's no longer going to be a quote-unquote connected universe. I think they're going to just separate all the films into their own individual universes. One director handles all the Aquaman movies, one director handles all the Wonder Woman movies, one director handles all the Superman movies, Matt Reeves, the Batman movies, Patty Jenkins, Wonder Woman, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. And I think what they're planning to do is have each individual character have their own universe, with only some of them connecting to each other. At least that's what I would want. I wouldn't mind if that were the case. Each director handles their own universe, and then at some point there could be another Justice League movie that puts them all together, but only after each character has been more or less fleshed out. See, that's the Marvel formula, but not really the Marvel formula. It would essentially be one director who overlooks one character's universe, and then another director looks over another character's universe, and each director looks over this individual character's universe, and then you can create this sort of universe where each director overlooks their own movie universe, and then you bring it all together, and then you can create another Justice League movie that's a lot better than the first one, because we have more movies to be able to adapt to these characters and know more about their backstory, their history, what they feel about specific stuff, and so on and so forth. That would be a good idea. However, I don't know whether or not that's a plan that that DC has for itself, or Warner Brothers for that matter. So it's all a matter of just playing it very close to the eye and seeing what comes out of all of it. So the next thing with this DC shakeup is that they've essentially come out with a new, I guess you can kind of say new, like some new plans for new movies that are coming out. Just new ideas that are coming around here and there. And I'll go more into detail with those in my other videos. So yeah, this video was just to basically talk about the DC shakeup and my opinion on it and what I think they should do in the future. I certainly think they're kind of leaning more towards learning their lesson and are actually planning focusing on letting directors be, director driven, or at least that's what this new director of Warner Brothers seems to be giving the impression of. But it's all in the air. Who knows? This is just one we'll have to play close to the ear and see what happens. Hopefully we get a new official DC slate, because the last one we got, which was Aquaman, Flashpoint, Justice League Dark, and so on and so forth, in such a messy order that I hope they plan out this universe better. So that's all I have to say. Of course, there are other stuff that's going on, other news, and I'll cover them in my other videos. But for now, I just want to know your thoughts. I know it's a little late to ask, but what's your thoughts on this whole DC shakeup? Do you think it's for the better? Do you think they could learn from Marvel and just try and do their formula better? Or should they go about their own way? Which I'm thinking they should. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you guys later.